Hey guys, this is Nefarious411 and welcome to episode 30 of my modded survival series. In the previous couple of episodes we have been playing around in this little garden area and it's been doing pretty well. I was able to create another solar generator, so now I have 4 of them, so I'm really hoping that that'll be able to keep up. Let me go down here real quick if I can. And I went ahead and charged up the vibrant capacitor bank as well as the basic capacitor bank. And whoa, that was a lot of lag. I rearranged this stuff a little bit, and this seems to be doing pretty well now. I think the biggest issue was that none of this was fully charged, so it wasn't able to keep up, and it basically got out of sync. But ever since I got these fully charged, it seems to be working out pretty well. So then I went ahead and added barrels down here. This is working out a little bit, but I had an issue because all of the runoff is going into the chest here, and that's because this wood barrel basically filled up. So if I look here at this configuration, I did put a -10 priority, so this would be the very last spot that it would go, but I think it was doing a little bit too well. Only a couple of hours have really passed since I recorded that last episode, so it has done an amazing amount of work there. Still have tons of sticks over here, and I'm hoping that I can empty that soon. But the other thing that you might notice is I put a power buffer in between both of these. So the wire's pretty crazy right here. Basically what I figured out is that these farming stations, they do have a base power of 93 RF per tick, but whenever it's farming up all of the wood and stuff like that, it is going well above like 1,000 RF per tick, and that was causing my capacitor to drain fairly fast because I put the output of this one only at 512. So this wasn't able to keep up, so it was constantly supplying the vibrant capacitor bank with RF 512 all the time. But what I did was I decided that the only reason I have the octatic capacitors in these farming stations is because I needed the larger area, but I didn't really need it to be mining or farming that fast. So I put these power buffers here, and I'm only outputting to the farming station 96. 96 RF per tick, so yeah, these eventually do run dry on power, but right now, since it's all full, it's not doing any kind of farming. So it is charging up. Yeah, it's charging up. So yeah, that did help considerably. And I also have an override here, so I can flip it on and off as necessary. I did that on both of them, and that seems to help out to keep these banks charged. So whenever I'm not needing any kind of farming stuff, all I have to do is shut it off with the master controls here, and I'm good to go. So what I want to do now is I want access to all of that wood, because if I look at my AE system, I really don't have a lot of wood available to me in my AE system. So I was thinking that I want to be able to get access to those, but I don't want to have to pipe them into my AE system and clog it up. So I was thinking about keeping it in the barrels. And the way I'm going to do that, I am actually going to utilize, I guess, this wall right here for additional storage. I know that I have these barrels, and it's constantly compressing all of the cobblestone, and we'll actually make use of that here in the wrong button. Make use of this in the near future, so stay tuned for that. But I would like to go ahead and use this wall for other barrels. So let me go ahead and break everything in my path, because that's what I do. Remove that stuff, and apparently this is a light source. Am I right? No. The the lighting over there changed as soon as I moved the brewing stand, which is kind of weird. Alright, so what I want to do is go ahead and create a couple of barrels. And I have the recipes in the AE system. 9 for now, I guess. Yeah, see, here's the problem. I'm missing wood. I wonder, is it going to use the ore dictionary barrel? Oops, let me grab the 9 again. Okay, cool. So it does ore dictionary. That is very good, because I did configure that with dark wood, and right now I don't have any dark wood in the system. Alright, so there we go. And right now, these can only hold 64 stacks. I mean, that is quite a bit, but with the amount of wood that I'm getting in, I might want to upgrade one of these. So I went ahead and added a few more recipes in here for some of these structural upgrades. And let me go ahead and create one of these, and this is going to be the MK1. And wood, I think I'm going to put there. And then I need a storage. So let me create one of these. There we go. And this, as it says here, it increases storage capacity by 64 stacks. So this should allow it to be 128 stacks, if I'm correct in that assumption. So yeah, this is where I'm going to put my wood, but I don't want to have to transport it either. I actually want them to be connected. And fortunately, Java barrels has what's called a B-space upgrade. And this basically allows you to connect two barrels, and it'll basically show the exact same content in both of them as if they were a single barrel. So I do need an ender chest. I wonder, B-space, can I use the old ender chest? It doesn't look like it. Looks like it requires this ender chest, which is not going to allow me to click on it. So let me go ahead and create, wonder, let me try it this way. Let me use one of these old ender chests, and let me try creating the B-space upgrade with this one. So I need 2 pistons, and I'm hoping that this works, because obviously this ender chest is quite a bit cheaper. And hello. Alright, I'm back, and apparently my internet went down for a little bit. Looks like things are still loading up around me. But as I was saying, so I need a piston. Just 2 of those, please. And there we go. And I am crossing my fingers. Yay! So yeah, that is a lot cheaper, because the other ender chests actually use blaze rods and stuff. And this is just an ender pearl with obsidian around it. Boy, my mind is drawing a blank. So I am going to create a recipe for ender chest. There we go. And I need more patterns, please. I got 20 in there. That's good. And I am going to stick you right there with the rest of the Java barrels, because I don't see myself using the ender chest any more than this, but you never know. So then I need my pistons. Let me just go ahead and create the 2 so I can grab the other B space in here. Oops. That was not intended. Ender chest. Encode. There we go. So now I have my B space upgrade. And I might put that over there. There we go. So grab that. So now I have 2 of these. So now let me take a look at Java. I also need to get one of these B-space tuning forks, and this is basically the way to get the barrels to link up. But with this, I need to make sure that both barrels have the same structure upgrades and everything. So that means that I also need to upgrade the one in the farming area. So let me go ahead and grab that and a storage upgrade. There we go. Cool. So let me run over there real quick and go ahead and put this in there. And this will help out at least with the space issue that I have right now. And there we go. I think, do I have the ability to add this? Not enough upgrade slots. Alright, so that does mean that I need to upgrade this to an MK2. So let me grab 2 of these MK2s. And I'm hoping that this will actually work. There we go. Add that one. Cool. And you can see that it's an MK2. And I have the B-Space upgrade right there. Oops. Give me that back. Give it. Alright, so let me run down here. Put the structural upgrade in this guy. And B-Space. Alright, cool. So all I have to do, I think, is shift right click and it starts resonating. And there's a timer where I have to come down here, and you can see it by the durability, that I have to run down here, and you can see now I have them linked. Nice. So now I have all of my wood available in my storage area without having to go to my farm space. And that is really cool. I might do it for the other items, I don't know yet. But now I need to have this as part of all of my crafting recipes. And in order to do that, I'm going to create not an import bus, but a storage bus. Storage bus, right there. ME storage bus. I don't have anything. Why does it keep moving? Alright, so this is just an ME interface, so let me go grab one of those. Interface. Need 2 of those. Thank you. Come on. There we go. I think it was only one of them, and was it pistons? Can't remember if it was a sticky piston or a normal piston. Okay, so I need to look that up. Storage bus. Okay, 1 sticky, 1 regular. Okay. Sticky. There we go. Nice. ME storage bus. Yeah, I guess I used that piston, so I can't grab it out of here. So let me go ahead and put it in my molecular assembler. I should probably organize that at some point, even though it's not really necessary. But now I should be able to create my storage bus with no problem at all, and there it is. And I should be able just to pop it in the back. Here we go. And I'll also need to run cables. Ugh, get out of there. So let me see what my cable situation is, and I do need a lot more cables than that. Available 2, missing 14. I need to automate this at some point. Let me see. Maybe I'll just use the pure Fluix crystal. I think that would be a safer bet, because these are a little bit easier to craft. I've been avoiding it, but I think that would be a better way to go long term. And you just go there with the cables, please. So now, if I try to craft you, can I do it? Yes, I can. Cool. That seems to be fairly fast. Maybe? Oh, wait. How many did I ask for? Okay, that'll work. Cool. Alright, so now I did not make a hole for myself, so I don't know where to put this. And I'll go right here. This is fine. And I already have a cable right there. But it's moving past this energy conduit, so I'll need to get a ME conduit from Ender.io. And I cannot reach. There we go. Nice. Cool. And as soon as I grab an ME conduit, and I do not have this in the crafting recipes, I should probably create this as a crafting recipe. And I'll use the pure. No, I won't. And why not? I do not have conduit binders, and what was in the middle? Quartz fiber. So I do have the recipe for quartz fiber. So let me go ahead and craft one of you guys. Come on. Come on. There we go. And I want to get binder. So I just really need one of these just to get the recipe, and I'll let the crafting do the rest. There we go. Sweet. And where should you go? There. So conduit. Let me just craft one. There you go. And I got 4. That'll work. Run down here, and I should probably check that first. Let me just make a small incision right there. Let me look for oak, and you can see that I don't have any oak. Well, I have a couple, but no logs. But as soon as I connect this, I should be able to see it in my system if I'm not mistaken. So oak, and there we go. 4,000, almost 5,000, and it's going up because my farming machine, or farming whatever it is called, is actually doing its job, and now we got storage. And now it's not going to take up any space in the drives, which is kind of cool. It'll just use the barrel here for all of its storage, and that will work out really well. So yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, probably create, at least for a couple of others, the same setup. Which ones do I actually need in my network? Honestly, I probably don't need any of this stuff, but I do need to empty this barrel, or this chest, and I should probably blacklist it or something, or maybe I'll just remove the chest, because I have noticed that I haven't got any other supplies here. So that's probably a better plan. If the system stops because there's something else in the system, then I'll deal with it at that time. But I think for now, I don't need the runoff. So let me grab all you guys, throw you in. There we go. Sweet. So now we should be able to do all of our crafting. So if I type, oh, hello. There we go. And if I craft a piston, and I just do this, oh, well, I need to find maybe a barrel, because it actually uses logs. Yeah, available 7. Well, it doesn't say, but I do have a lot of wood in here. So, yeah, that is good. So, let me clean up my inventory. Not a lot, but, and repair the holes in the wall, and let's figure out what we're doing next. Alright, and I am back, and I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I was able to see that Netherwort is able to grow using this farming station from Ender.io, and it seems to be doing really well. Let me just pop down here. There we go, and just in a couple of hours, I already have 15 stacks. That is probably well above what I'm actually going to need. So I actually want to do an experiment, because I do need other things such as cactus and sugarcane. I probably need sugarcane more than I need anything else. And where is my excavator? Oh, there it is. So I am going to actually take out this netherwort. And I think I'm going to replace this with sand. I'm trying to get somewhat of a different kind of farm with sugarcane and cactus. But I can't go all the way over there because as soon as one of these trees grow, it'll pop off the cactus. So I might just come in like this. And the cactus, you know what? That gives me an idea. So I am going to have a row there, a row here, and this will be my sugar cane. So let me go ahead and grab some water. Oop, can't even fly. There we go. So let me make an infinite water source real quick. There we go. You can have that back. And let's distribute this all the way across. Nice. So with sugar cane, it doesn't actually take the sugar cane all the way down. It will only take the portions that grew. So it's actually fairly smart about it. So if I sit here for a couple of seconds and water it with the watering can, hopefully I can get a couple of sugar cane to grow real quick. Come on. There we go. And there it goes. And because you see the little particle effect for like the ender stuff, it's basically meaning that it worked. So very, very nice. And because this isn't taking it all up, we don't have to worry about actually configuring the farming station with one of the quadrants. So I could just leave it as netherwort in this area, and as soon as it sees any kind of soul sand, it will be able to plant it. But I actually had an idea real quick. So this line has to be netherwort because, like I said before, if one of these trees grew, it just popped the cactus right off. And I also don't want to put the sugar cane next to it because of the overhang of the other trees would cause it to not grow. So let me clear out this section right here. And what I want to do, I could probably, because cactus can't grow right next to each other, I might be able just to do this in a checkerboard fashion and have netherwort grow in the middle. So let me show you what I'm saying by putting these down, and go ahead and distribute this all the way across in a checkerboard-like fashion. Oops. There we go. And that'll eventually plant, and it is. Very cool. So here, I should be able to pop these down and get my watering can out. And these should behave just like the sugar cane. As soon as they grow, the top will get popped off, pulled into the system, but it'll leave the base cactus. And there he goes. Very, very cool. Very cool. Where's my farming station? And you can see that they're stuck in here because I do not have a barrel for it. But I think that'll help out a lot. Let me go ahead and put the rest of the sand down, because as soon as I get a little bit more growth, I am going to plant the... Oh, come on. Oh, I can't place. Plant the rest of the field if I can finish my sentence. And this will give me at least 3 crops in a single section, and that is pretty cool. So let me grab that out of here. Plant the ones that I can. There we go. And I'm going to run over to the base and grab 2 more barrels. I think I'm typing a little bit too fast. I think that's why I have those little issues right there. There we go. 2 barrels. And let's hop back over here. Should be able just to place these down right on the line. I do have to configure them though. To be insert, please. Insert. Insert. Cool. Alright, we got our first candidate there, and let's go ahead and lock that into place. And I have to wait for some cactus to come down, and I'll be able to lock that in place, and we should be fairly set, and I'll probably... Oh, not you. And it's because this is before in the chain. Let me actually run up there and... Ugh. Can I not jump through the ceiling here? No, apparently not. There we go. Let me grab one of these cactus just so that I can lock it in place. And I do want to jump through here, though. There we go. And locked. Cool. And I'm going to do the B space on these specifically because this one is useful for a lot, and so is the sugar cane for a lot of different recipes. But I don't really see any necessary recipes for the rest of this, so I'm just going to leave it there. So let me go ahead and do that. Apply the B space upgrades, make sure that the cactus field is completely populated, and I will be back as soon as I have that done. Alright, I am back, and I went ahead and created that, and one thing that I noticed is that the ME on this side was really meant for my production line, and I kind of ran out of channels for that. So what I want to do is probably just go ahead and wrench this stuff off and reroute this because I want to keep these channels available. Looks like I'm 7 of 8 right now, but this will grow at some point, and I don't want to be using it for storage. I was kind of intending for this side of the controller to be for that because it's already used for my crafting terminal and my drives over there. So let me try to rerun this a little bit, and I carved out a space in the floor for where I actually want to run it. I'm just going to run normal cables for now. Each one of these are really carrying 8 channels at a time. So there we go, and jump back here and finish running this. There we go, and you. So these should be connected, and I noticed that because the color of these were not on, even though they were connected, and I did notice that I ran out of channels at the time. So now I'm 7 of 8. I probably should create a dense cable for that. Dense cable, I already have one, that's good. So let me go ahead and break you off and put a dense cable here. And this is 7 of 32 channels. So now I can considerably increase the amount of channels that I have over there. And now it's just a matter of cleaning up the floor behind myself. And I might have to create more of these facades. Oops, that was not what I wanted. There we go. A long stretch, but I figure putting it in the floor is a little bit cleaner. That way I don't have a bunch of cables and conduits down here. I'll probably cover this up as well, but I ran out, so that'll have to wait for now. But we are set on this little bit of farming that we did today. So we were able to get 5, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6 so far in the single farming station, and I think that is going to work out really well for us. I do have a little bit of cactus left, and I should be able just to plant that and just let it go. I'm not sure where you went. I really hope the farming station didn't get you. Oh, that's the one that I took to lock the barrel. But I think that will work. Let me just run down here real quick. One thing that I didn't do, and I forgot to actually do it, let me actually pull this back up, pop that little guy off. You should really search the system for any existing items. And yeah, here I have oak wood. Let me go ahead and get that out. No sugar cane. Cactus. Alright, so we're good there. Because if any of the drives have any of those items in it, it'll continue using that drive. So it's a really good idea to go ahead and remove those before actually plugging the storage buses on, because now if I were to drop that down, we're at 123. So if I come over here, put those guys back in the system, they will automatically go in here. So I have 126 now, instead of using any of the slots. And it does look like I've cleared up a few slots on my drive. So that's a really good thing. So now we have a full automation and have the ability to grab all of the things that we have harvested and use it in any of our crafting recipes. And I went through here and I modified a lot of these because they were still using like dark oak or great wood logs for a lot of these recipes. So I went ahead and went through, and any ones that I found that had those other types of wood, I went ahead and replaced it with oak because we have an abundance of oak. And it looks like we've already exceeded the amount of oak. Let me just run over here real quick before I cut off for the day and just make sure that this is not gumming up the system in any way. So this is, oops, this is still on, and it's still gathering all of the oak. But I think once this fills up, it's not going to do any more work. So it might I might have to keep an eye on that just to make sure that the power consumption actually goes off, because right now it's not keeping a charge because of the amount of work that it's doing. But I think that's going to do it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed the episode. We're going to try something a little bit different in the next episode. So go ahead and join me then and find out what we're going to do. But if you could rate the video down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. And also, if you like the series, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But for now, this is goodbye.